Hello again. Yesterday I spent an hour and a half debating on Zoom with a young woman who is currently studying for a PhD in medieval studies. It seems that somebody had cited something which I said on this channel as a reference when talking with her. I could not conscientiously advise anybody to cite any of these short clips of videos in any sort of academic context, but there we are. I had a pleasant enough time, for she was amiable and polite, yet I had the constant feeling that we were talking at cross purposes. I dare say that the fault was mine. I do not always explain myself, perhaps, with sufficient clarity. Although she managed to conceal it, I think she was ticked off with me about the fact that I am often a bit light-hearted sometimes in the way that I talk about what are generally regarded as serious matters. She expressed the specific fear that somebody would watch a video of mine which mentioned, say, critical race theory, and then simply not look no further into the idea, just take my word and my ideas on the matter as being gospel truth. My own point, which I made, was that anybody who wants to find out about anything at all can simply go to the local public lending library and read a book about it. I thought that it might be worth pointing out to viewers of this channel that my videos are really no more than light chats about various subjects. Some of them are more than a little whimsical, and on occasion I have no doubt at all that I might be wrong about some of what I say. I did rather think that people understood this. A lot of what I say is my own personal perspective on things. If anybody wants to explore further about anything I talk about here, I'm sure that we're all able to do that. We can all find our way to the library or buy a book or magazines and read up on things. One thing which did come up in the course of the conversation which I had was that the statue of Cecil Rhodes in Oxford that so many white liberals are determined to have removed. Apparently the debate and controversy over this is still continuing. I say white in this context advisedly because the kind of people who have the leisure to worry about some old statue which is so far above street level that you can hardly even see it tends to be middle class and don't generally have to worry about earning their living or finding affordable childcare, the kind of things which are of vastly greater importance to working class people, black or white. Find images of that statue being thrown into the harbour in Bristol, by the way, of the famous slave trader, and see if you can count the number of black people as compared to left-wing young white people. Something put me in mind of this at the weekend. I used to look after some black children, just babysitting and so on. It was nothing professional or official about 30 years ago. Few families, in fact. They ones that I'm thinking of now are grown up with children of their own, and I met some of them at Brent Cross Shopping Centre in London on Saturday. The children are only toddlers, but their mothers hope to educate them out of school, which is something I might help with when they're a little older. These are ordinary working people. There was a good deal of conversation about things like unemployment, childcare, shopping, the cost of baby clothes, medical matters, possibility of getting a council house, all the sort of things which working class people are concerned with. Out of interest, I casually mentioned statues like Cecil Rhodes and the one at Bristol, and found that none of those I was with, that's three black women and a man of Caribbean heritage, had even heard of Cecil Rhodes, vaguely heard about the statue being thrown into the harbour of Bristol, had no interest at all in it. I gave a potted history of Cecil Rhodes and asked what they thought about the idea that there was a statue to him in another city. I cannot convey the depths of their indifference to this news. Like all normal people, they are concerned more with surviving and getting by rather than demolishing statues. It's white kids from well-to-do backgrounds who fret about this statue or that, or want a pub called the Black Boy to change its name. There are a few militant black activists involved in this kind of thing, but they're hugely outnumbered by white liberals.